I was looking at my traffic data the other day and I noticed that every year I'm making about $100,000 organically from my Instagram following, even though it's kind of stopped growing. But there's the rub. I'm not going viral and my growth has slowed, but I'm still consistently earning sales from my Instagram followers. How is this? Today I'm breaking down what I've done with my account each year to consistently hit 6 figures in organic revenue, all from Instagram, even without growing a ton of new followers. Now, I'm not sharing the typical post reels every day kind of advice either, so some things might surprise you. Now, the first thing I do is have a team member manage my DMs literally every single day. This is their job. It's part of the customer support role in my business because I know there are sales waiting in my DMs and people use the DMs for their customer support questions. They're not gonna go ahead and find my email. They're gonna shoot me a DM faster than it takes to even find my email address. And PS, if you haven't heard yet, customer support is a huge place of hidden sales that most people ignore. Customer support is not just answering basic questions, issuing refunds, helping people with their logins. No, it is a place to close sales because people need their questions answered before they buy. And you'd be surprised at how many people reach out for customer support in the DMs, not over email anymore. Plus, having this back and forth DM conversation is really good for engagement. And the Instagram algorithm loves nothing more than one-on-one connections between accounts. In fact, your followers will see your content even more when the algorithm thinks that you're friends, meaning you both follow each other, you both comment on your posts regularly, and you both engage in the DMs together. So with that said, don't be afraid to start these conversations either. If you're concerned about your account's engagement, get engaged. Tap into your followers list, start watching their stories and interacting and replying to them. Or better yet, shoot them a DM and introduce yourself. It's not spammy, just be a real human about it. Your takeaway? Carve out a little bit of time every single day to be in your DMs so you can interact with potential customers. And if you already have someone on your team who is managing your inbox, make sure that they start to manage your DMs like yesterday. Now, the second thing I've done with my account to organically generate 6 figures is use messaging automation to generate, those DMs. I started using messaging automation seriously in 2021. And the reason why I started is because people want immediate answers to their questions. And when they want to buy, you will lose that sale if you wait too long. Sometimes waiting an entire weekend to get back to someone is just too long. They've either moved on and purchased someone else's product, or they've talked themselves out of buying yours. 89% of customers have reported that a quick response to their initial inquiry does impact their choice of the company they will purchase from. And the average response time for customer service emails is 12 hours. Yet customers expect much faster responses. Thanks Amazon Prime and instant shipping, we live in an instant world, so we really can't blame the customers. Enter ManyChat. ManyChat is the software that powers my DM automation so that my people in my DMs can get their answers and links literally immediately. Now, this is not the spammy automation software of 2016 that used to get accounts shut down. This tool is a moneymaker. Not only does using ManyChat mean my followers get to choose their own adventure when it comes to how they want to learn about my offerings, but I can also deliver a seamless transaction all using automations, all in the DMs. Your takeaway is this: ManyChat is your salesperson in your DMs. You can literally set up ManyChat automations once and forget about it. Now, I've done an entire video demo on how to use this software, so be sure to check this one out. Now, the next thing I've always done to organically get revenue from my Instagram followers is to create reels purely just to promote my live launch or offer or bonuses, whatever I'm talking about, even if the reels views were low. It didn't matter to me. It mattered more that I was putting in the effort to get my offer out there. Because once the cart closes or once your launch is done, all you have to do is archive those reels and no one's gonna look back and judge you and be like, her reel only got 100 views. Is her product legit? No, none of that. When you are launching, when you have your cart open, it's usually for a short period of time. So don't underestimate how much you need to talk about what you are selling because nobody's paying as much attention to you as you are. So don't be afraid of talking about your offer in so many different ways. That's why you need to just create content. And for me, when I'm live launching, I love to create reels. I love to create reels to answer questions, to talk about the features of my program, to talk about the bonuses, to talk about anything that's urgent or expiring. It doesn't matter. One reel, one thought, Get it out there, publish it, and when your cart's closed, just hit archive. If we look at my archive posts, we can see what I've posted in the past for live launches, and let's take a look. This post was all about welcoming my newest on-video members, so I was writing every single name up on a sticky note, and I wanted to share how many people were joining so that other people felt confident like this was a legit thing, and maybe felt a little bit of FOMO too. Now, this reel did okay, where I wrote out things that were out and things that were in, but because it was all about the promotion that then closed, it didn't make sense to keep this up in my feed anymore, so I archived it. This reel is all about introducing my product. I find that a lot of business owners get their offer out there, but they forget to actually tell their audience what it is, who it's for. So even though this type of reel might not get the most engagement, you still want to make sure your messaging is clear, because even if people are engaging, they're watching and they're learning about your offer. This was a bit of a wacky reel that came to me because the bonus was my eyes on your content. And so I used the green screen effect to have my eyes as my background and then talk about this bonus. So again, not the most engaged reel, but it was to get attention. Again, we had a very short span of time to talk about this offer. This was a good reel. I'm surprised it was low engagement because I printed out all of the ideas that someone was getting when they were joining for the year. So I wanted to show like how thick the material is and how much value there is in joining this membership. I really like doing that, especially when you're selling a digital product. Make it feel tangible by printing out whatever you can, whether it's your PDF or in this case, a content drop. Print it out so that people feel like, oh yeah, I'm buying something real. There are a lot of gems in my archive posts, so that's a little bit on live launching strategy right there. And with that, the next thing I did to organically generate 6 figures was I got less precious and way more personal with my content. In fact, published posts that I thought would flop because they were personal, because I thought, why would people care about this? They did so much better than expected. And sure, they may or may not have related directly back to my sales, but they were a reason and an avenue for someone to get to know me more, to maybe even get to like me more, maybe trust me more, and maybe the next time I launched my on-video membership, they joined because they remembered that we connected about being first-time moms or whatever the personal topic is about. So don't be afraid to get a little less precious about your personal life. Of course, you want to know what topics you feel comfortable sharing about, but get clear on what you do feel like you can share publicly about. Your takeaway here, people buy from people, so be a real human. Now, sometimes we don't post that reel because we tell ourselves we're a perfectionist, like myself, when we're actually procrastinating. We're actually afraid to put ourselves out there. But I dare you to go post that reel that you have saved in your drafts right now. In fact, this happened to me last night. I was editing a reel in bed and I told Jalil, like, I don't even know about this content. I don't think it's that interesting. And it was a reel about all the ways I get help as a new mom and a 7-figure business owner. I just felt it was a little blah, but I posted it last night and it's one of my best performing reels in months. So go figure. What you think might be a flop or a hit, let's let the viewers decide. The next thing I did to hit 6 figures for my Instagram was I ran an organic Instagram only promotion to kind of reward my Instagram followers for being there. And I also wanted to test my account's reach plus their engagement level. I put together a really cool promotion. In this case, it was called Deck the Vaults. It was basically a sale to promote all the vaults I have in my business, but we only promoted it solely through our Instagram reels, and the reels were all heavily tip-based. So we gave a lot of free ideas and value away, and then we connected that to a call to action to check out our Deck the Vaults sale. We ran this promotion for the month of December, and we did send out one email to let my email list know, hey, follow along on Instagram. But generally, our reels were the ones that were driving all the traffic. In fact, on day 1 of the sale, we posted this reel, and check out some of these stats. We got a ton of views just from our very first reel. And yes, while our views did dip throughout the promotion because it was for the month of December, that was okay. We were showing up consistently and generating consistent traffic back to our sales page all month long. The cool thing was, this was a promotion that was not run anywhere else. We didn't even run ads for it. So it made it feel very Instagram exclusive just for our audience. And it kind of gamified the experience for our followers. I mean, check out some of these comments that people left on our reels. They loved getting these reels in their feed and getting these free ideas, even though they knew that they connected back to our Deck the Vault sale. So when you're giving away value and information and inspiration, people don't mind that you're also selling something marketing at the same time. Give people a good reason to follow you on Instagram. You could do an exclusive Instagram only sale or promotion just like this, or you can host lives or free info sessions just for your Instagram audience. There are tons of options and features of the Instagram app that you can use where you are giving special content just to your followers. So really think about, do I want to drive my audience to meet me here on Instagram? Is this the best app to close sales? Yes, it is. Then what special content can I give them here? They'll love you for it. Now that I've shared my unique or weird ways that I've generated 6 figures every year for my Instagram, I want you to work on your content strategy next so that you can also make your next 100K all from Instagram. So go ahead and watch this video next.